Alrighty, so we are back for, I think, episode 77, I believe. And remember the last episode where it's like, I was sick? Well, no, I am sick. And it's just, you know, everything left my system, and I thought, okay, I'm better now. No. Uh, Anywho, recording another episode. Hopefully everything goes well. Uh, this is just like, pr probably food poisoning, but maybe I caught like a bug, but it doesn't really matter. Like I'll be fine. I've got like so many diseases I've caught that I've gotten better from, like whooping cough and like some weird version of the flu that was like super deadly, and I was fine. And COVID. Everyone got COVID, and this is just I have to go to the bathroom a lot. Feel like shit. Uh, Anywho, so we are currently outside. Um, Stack. Brink. That's it, Brink. I'm blanking. I've also not been sleeping very well. We're outside Brink. We need to wipe them out. So Brink is home to some enemies of ours, and I'm going to try something a little bit crazy, maybe, possibly. So I want to run in, find the tech hunters and or whoever, and hire them. So if there's any tech hunter mercenaries, they will fight on our side and not against us. And we won't have to worry about any problems. And we're pretty good on storage space, but not amazing. Anywho, so I am going to have our fastest runner, who I believe would be currently Beep, I think, by 10 points. Yeah, 55 miles an hour. Alright. I've also been playing some Tarkov, so like there's all these buttons that feel like I should be pressing this button and I'm pressing the wrong button for inventory management, because that game is literally inventory management, the game. Like I literally spent more time on inventory management than playing. How fast can you run? Find out next week on Beep. So we have a pacifier. I don't see any mercenaries. And how about in the beds? We've got some peasants. That's gonna die. And some destroyed stuff. Wait. Wait a minute. Did we already raid this place? Or is this Trader Guild? No, we didn't. This is a result. And so running the shop is owned by the tech hunters. Hopefully they don't get involved. And we got a bar and a weapon shop and a destroyed apples. Alright. So, Beep. Run back to our forces. Who will slightly descend the mountain. Who will be our front line? The originals. Who will be the front line? I wonder, will they even bother to chase them, or will they just give up? Probably just gonna give up. Poor Shinobi Thieves. I wish I could just go to Shinobi Thieves and be like, here, have some food. Like, that's something I want for Kenshi too, is more interaction, is you just walking around and you see, oh look, an enemy or an ally or NPC needs medical attention, needs food, and you can be like, here, have some meds, or here, have some whatever, and just get rep for it. You know what I mean? Like, more good deeds you can do to random people you run along the way. Or like, if you find a group of mercenaries that's out in the wild, like, you're always paying them to protect you. What if you could just pick them up after they got beaten up, right? Take them to a nearby town, put them down, and they're like, hey, you got us out of a tough fight, here's some money. Or rep. or both. You know, that sounds very kenshi, right? To me, of like this is the wild, and it's rough, and it's not just rough for you; it's rough for everyone. So if you running around in the wilds discover somebody getting like completely fucked, you know, like, and you help them out, they would be grateful, right? And you should be able to like do that as a way, occasionally as a way of like gaining rep and whatever. Of course I'd steal from you, you weak piece of shit. Your empire. Down with the empire. And this is a little bit laggy, which doesn't make sense. I'm looking at like less than half of my RAM usage, a third of my CPU usage, and a fraction of my GPU usage. That does not make sense. Alright, I gotta do that. Yeah, okay. And move that down. Can you fit? You can fit. Alright, I'll leave that. So, who... I guess him. Robo Beep trade with Glaceon. Will that fit? That will fit. Yes. Why does it keep lagging every time I hit control? Yeah, I hit control, and my mouse doesn't move anymore. What's up with that? I switched monitors, and now, like, what is going on? Did my control button break? Oh, right. I don't have to control because I'm not playing Kenshi. Oh, I'm playing Kenshi, not Tarkov. It's like, oh, my brain. Oh, my brain. Oh, I really like this right clicking. Like, that's one of the things that, like, I really like. Just being able to right click and move stuff. I don't want to keep any of those, and I don't want to keep the helmets. So what's Hound doing? I think Hound is empty. No, Hound has food. Hound Hour is empty. Alright, dump. Alright, and I don't want this, and I picked up some meds that I don't want. Alright, and who are these? Okay, grass pirates. We're literally attacking a capital city, and these guys are like, we think we can take you. No. Silly rabbit. Okay. So, you guys move over here. You guys move over here. And you guys move over here. I'm actually thinking that's only worth 100. Like, we're gonna get a lot of fucking loot. Like, a lot of loot. Maybe I should just not take the really cheap stuff. Like, even taking the meds, they're not worth much. It's just the principle of I want them to be unarmed and unable to heal themselves so they will die. But that's sort of just like, you know, role playing, really. We are the bad guys, basically. We're definitely the bad guys here. Cloud is being carried. Why is Cloud being carried? Oh, right, because Sephiroth needs to work on strength. Alright, continue. So, do we just walk up to their base? What's up, motherfucker? Hold. 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 And no one's on range? Good. Okay, that's weird. What's up, motherfucker? And then Leviathan's having some pathing issues. He's got a fucking naginata. He thinks he can take us. Baka. This looks bad. Hey, you're not an idiot. Who's pet goat? Apparently, United Cities has their own goat. Okay. When did that happen? Alrighty. High gear too. Yeah. Okay. When did that happen? Alright, trade with. No, let's trade with Umbra. Let's see how much space he has real quick. Halt. Okay. Basically no space. I might be able to make a little bit. Like a really little bit. Fit like one or two things. Like, I feel really off, you know? Like, everything is like exhausting. And I don't know why. It's not gonna fit. It makes more sense to do that, doesn't it? I wish I could turn these, like in Tarkov. That'd be so good. Alright. You're coming elsewhere. You're going here. I mean, I can move that. Oh, I could fit something like this. That's got more space efficient, I think. Right? And then I can fit something here, maybe, if I can find out. Yeah. I can do that. And then this. Not perfect. But it will do, I think. You know what? Yeah, yes. And that'll fit something. I don't know. Maybe another, no, it won't. Maybe if I have to shift click this, yes. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. I don't know. Place, yeah. That fit some of it. And then actually I don't want to keep any of this, so pound hour. Uh pound hour. It's so weird bobbing between games when you like struggling to sleep and you're like you feel like shit and I'm dying. I'm like, wait, the controls aren't the same. Brain, work. No, no. Alright, so we killed somebody over here. Probably just a random villager. We looted this guy. The guy over here we beat up. I don't see where his body is. He probably fell and then got up. No, he fell. He just fell. And we're currently killing everybody. Good job. No one's dying. I feel like this might have been a bad idea. Uh, what? Oh yeah, don't click shift for that. Don't click control. Control makes the mouse not move for some reason. Ah, fuck. What is wrong with me? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that won't. Oh, maybe. Actually, that's maybe a better idea. If I have enough. I do not have enough. So let's try it. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So here's my plan. All right. That's still not gonna fit. But I could move that one down. And that will fit now, I think. Yes. Oh boy. Ah. Yeah, this whole episode is just gonna be like a mess of me like struggling to even think. Uh, well, you know what? I have to keep that helmet because that's specialist tier. That's specialist tier. Uh, if I put in you, no, I'll put in Sylvian. Dump you, and then you two will get sold. Put them in Hound Hour. Yeah. Alright. So we beat up somebody over here. Probably. He's got armor. He does have armor. Okay. So. Source Hound Hour. No. Start with Glaceon. I'll fit the leggings and I'll sell the rest. Hound Hour. No. Tower, not Doom. Who are you chasing? What is this passing? Ah. I don't know why you're here, but okay. So, you guys come here. You should be on hold. Looks like everyone's kind of staying where I tell them to go, except for these guys who aren't on hold intentionally. Alright, who did we just beat up? A peasant. Another peasant. Another. Nah, that guy. That guy have a sword? He's got a naginata. Oh boy. I'm going to finish raiding this city and then call it. Like, part of it is like, I think I got heat stroke because I keep having diarrhea and it's really hot summer. And you probably can't hear it because NVIDIA is amazing and released an amazing AI that people can use that reduces the noise of stuff, basically. Black magic fuckery that's amazing. Meaning I can have a fan blowing on me with a mic with no protection to the mic at all. None of that foam shit, nothing. And you can't hear it. AI is amazing. AI is our shit savior. All hail NVIDIA or whatever. I don't even care. Like, shut up and take my money. Oh wait, it's free. Well, if you have NVIDIA stuff. Well, yeah, I think it's like you need to have an NVIDIA card to use it, but if you do, it's like it just works. but it only works if you have an NVIDIA card. But anyone can download it, and in theory, if you could find a way to make it work on something else, it's free. But you need to be like a programmer who knows their shit to do that, and like those exist, but you're probably not one of them going off of the odds. There aren't that many of them. Everyone's just struggling to learn programming in a world where programmers make all the money. Because it's like, hey, do you want to learn a language? Wait, a language? Yes. And you'll pay me lots of money? Yes. Okay. Oh, wait, this is really hard. And then the more you study it, then you start to realize, wait a minute, programming doesn't mean learning a language. It means learning multiple languages, because you can't just write a program in one language. You need multiple languages. And like, everything's transitioning between it. Like, programming is never just one language. There's lots of different languages, and you need to sort of kind of learn what you have to for all this stuff. And it's not infinitely complex, but how complex languages can get are more complex than how complex programming languages can get as far as number of words, number of things to memorize, right? But it gets pretty close. You are this chief sergeant who just never leaves the post. Okay. RoboBeep, can you solo the chief? He's unarmed. He doesn't count. It's no longer solo. Okay. You're all going on hold. You're all coming over here. You will solo the chief. 1v1 the chief. Mostly. I think that hunger is a result of us destroying their farms. The slave camps. The cities. They're running low on food. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose this fight. So, RoboBoop cannot yet 1v1 a Samurai Gate sergeant, despite going full cyborg. Like, I haven't lost this yet, but just looking at this, it's obvious. So, long weapon versus long weapon. He has a longer, or she, I think. Come on, game. That's a she. I'm guessing. Anywho. She has a longer weapon, so she should have the advantage here. But RoboBoop's getting too close with his shorter weapon to use it effectively, and yet she's way too close to use that effectively, and yet that is a good distance. When she's stepping forward, that's not good distance. So she needs to be stepping back more. But point is, just like weapon-wise, she has the advantage of distance. Like, the length of the blade is basically irrelevant if you have a much longer, grip, and you can grip it from far as the back and whatever. So, having a long sword versus a long stick with a sword on the end, stick boy wins at a distance because he can hit from farther away. I can't believe how did you do that? Oh, no helmet. Yeah. You got the headshot. That's not gonna fit. I will come back. Boop has won again. Alright. Undo hold. Sylvian. Alright. And oh look, more dead people who have foolishly decided to fight. Oh, that one has stuff. Alright, gonna save that, that's garbage. Specialist chain, okay, and the Wakabashi. But the rest of this gets, like, rid of. Yes. Trade. Oh my. Why do I feel so shit? That doesn't make sense. Is it because my room's getting hotter because I have the GPU on and I'm already dehydrated? Display drinking lots? Maybe. Like, I woke up and not only did I not have to pee, I was like super fucking dizzy, like barely able to walk around and not fall over and pass out. So like, definitely dehydrated. And it's like, I couldn't sleep for a long time because I kept getting up to go. And then I finally was able to sleep and I slept for like 12 hours or something. And air conditioning here sucks. And it's like 100 degrees out. In American. I'm sorry, all you people using the metric system. What is 100 degrees? So, 0 to 100 for metric, 100 is boiling, 0 is freezing. For Fahrenheit, it's like 32 is freezing and like 212 is boiling. So 100 degrees is halfway in between, like, water does not freeze and water does boil, or halfway between freezing and boiling. Like, just a little bit under that. But it's just a little bit over halfway in between, not freezing, like the bare minimum to freeze, right? But just over that and boiling. So, that's what, 40-ish Celsius? 40 something? Not quite 50. 50 Celsius is hotter, I believe, than 100 degrees. But, what is it? It's 5/9, right? It's like number times 5/9 divided by like minus 32. So, something like that. If I remember my math correctly, which I probably don't. Okay, trade with Hound Tower. We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want that. That's not going to fit. Nothing we do is going to make it fit, probably. Defeatism. Yes. Nope, never mind. I was wrong. Defeatism was defeated. I gasp. As I gasp for air. Struggling not to pass out. I joke. But seriously, I feel like... Why am I doing this? I don't know. Probably because I have people watching and I'm like, I don't want to feel like... I watch tons of, like... Pestily Princess. He's like one of my favorite content creators that I watch. That's like, sit down, play a video game, or like 1D2 games. Oh wait, no, now he's the same as streamer. Whatever. In my head, he will always be 1D2 games. Anywho, like when he misses a day because he's moving a house, or a lot of days because he's moving a house, and like it sucks. And as somebody who's experienced that suck, I don't want to create it for someone else. That sounds kind of weird. Well, it is kind of weird. Anywho, sword stuff. Let's see what's been going on. Talking to someone about an antique sword the other day. I say the other day. I think it was today. Days and nights very confusing. What day is it? What year is it? Where am I? Who are you? Anywho. He's got a weapon. They're not all disarmed. I think that's probably more better. Yes. And I'm not gonna fit that, but I might fit something, sometime, someone. Whoopsie. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Put that here, put that here, put that there. I'm not gonna fit this. Actually, this might work if I do that. You're a mad genius. Yay! It all fits. Alright. Beep, 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 beep. He's mad. You can't make that fit. That's what she said. Alright, jokes is going off in my head. Alright, I want everyone on hold. They can come to me, and Mr. Robo-Boop will run around and loot the ones on the ground, because there are a lot of them on the ground. Like Mr. Police Chief over there, who, if you're still alive, bit shocked, but okay. You know what? You could use a break. You're a bit beat up. Trade with Beep. Hey Beep, how are you? Will you take this stuff? And I'll keep the stolen one. And then come over here and have Beep trade with Flareon. Hey Flareon, two of these aren't stolen. Try this. Yes. Alright, I'll keep this one. Then trade with Ninetales. Alright, and then trade with... Yes. Oh. They drank the Gatorade, that helped. Hopefully I'll start to feel better. Maybe I'll even play longer. I don't know. That's garbage. And I think we already looted that guy. Let's take him down because he's right next to a crossbow. That would suck. Have you all in an area where you can't be hit by a crossbow. Assuming it doesn't do a 180, it might. I don't know. You have been looted, right? I'm like 90% for sure. No, it's 100. Alright, I think, wasn't there someone here I wanted to loot again? Yeah, you had armor. Oh, use this up. Wait, no, you're a guard. Oh, I'll take your boots while I'm at it. If I delimb... Beep. If... He's got stuff. He's a machinist. No more sword for you. Alrighty. I will dump this and all that. One of these. So you'll get sold. I think you won't get sold. Because that's specialist grade. Actually. I'm sort of see it. You're high. So how high? Wait, you're under arrest. Uh, I read somewhere once that when there's a sleep study and your brain is roughly in the same state when you go 24 hours without sleep as when you're about 1.0 drunk, which is past the legal limit. So by like, I don't know. What is the legal limit of alcohol? I have no fucking idea. I don't drink. What is the legal limit of alcohol? 0 point, okay, point zero. Wait, comparing, is it the same everywhere? God damn it, it's not the same everywhere. Okay. I think 1.0 is drunk everywhere, though. Oh, 0.04% in California for vehicles with a commercial vehicle driver's license, a CDL. Uh, I did not know that. And 0.01% if you're under 21. So if you're old enough to drink, wait, no, what is the drinking limit? I don't even know. I think is it 21? Anywho, one more. Yeah, okay, it looks like 0.08% in the US is the highest, but some of them are lower. But, and then you calculate, this is complicated. I'm wondering, what is it in like elsewhere in the world? Worldwide. So, 0.05 in most of Western Europe. Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Israel, Italy, etc., etc., etc. Okay, I'm not gonna read all the countries, but is there like this a list of all the countries in the world? Hey, let's see what it is. Like, who is America the most like you could get drunk and drive of any country? Armenia is 0.08. I don't think anyone with a higher limit than America, and I'm not seeing anyone except for let's see, Barbados is no limit, but it's a fucking tiny little island. Like, okay, I'm guessing they have what one drunk driving case a year. Um, like you make laws when there's a problem. It's a problem when there's enough of it going on. It's the game not paused. The game was not paused. I'm really out of it. Uh, okay, so I found the list. I'm not seeing anyone at all above 0.8 who aren't unlimited. And it looks like everyone else is either that or lower. This is 8 to 5 seems to be about average. There's a few places 0.2 and 3, and a few people at 0.00000. So basically, hungry. Like, if you have any alcohol in you at all, that's not okay. Um, you can't be like, I just had one beer, I'm good. No, you can't have anything. Afghanistan, 0%. Well, I'm guessing that number has not been changed since the Taliban took over. Because how would they get that information? Like, the Taliban's also trying to, like, what's the rule? Whatever we feel like at the moment. Because we have a gun. Do what I say. That might change from Taliban to Taliban individual. So like one guy's like this is okay, and then another guy's like this is not okay. I'm going to kill you now. It's not really like it's despotism. Like the rule of the strong over the weak for the benefit of the strong. Let's see, Albania 0.01. Looks like Albania is like the most strict of you're allowed to have a little bit of anyone because like once you get into the thousands percent, like can you even accurately test it? You know, that's basically nothing. I think anyone else, yeah. So it looks like America is at the top of the blood alcohol limit scale with England and Wales, Ireland. So we left the UK, but we kept our alcohol limit. We're independent, but we'll keep our alcohol limits. Uh, that's funny. And then a lot of countries, let's see, in like Iran, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, a lot of those stands, uh, like you can't have anything. Some of the Arabic African countries, you can't have anything. It looks like anywhere where there's a lot of like Indonesia, anywhere where there's a lot of Arabic influence is much less tolerant of alcohol. Except for like oddly like one country in South America, and then like Cuba, one country in the southern bit of North America. I'm not even sure what that is. It's north of Panama, south of Mexico. I don't know. My geography is not that good. Then the couple in Eastern Europe. Huh. Used to be part of Austria and Germany. Like Austria and Hungarian Empire. That was cool back in the day. Like they had some cool swords. Like if you look at the German dovetails and are like, dude, this sword, this is like a D guard. There's like nothing. There's no hand protection. Well, you don't get the point. The point is you have a flat sort of like a rail, right? And some of them have holes in that where some of them don't. And I've seen this occasionally, but what you'll do is you'll take like a piece of plate steel, you cut a hole in it for the blade, right, and for the langets, and you'll just slide it over the blade and bolt it onto the top of your guard, and boom, you have a guard. And sometimes you also have a bit of it that folds down over your hand for a bit. And all of a sudden your simple guard is now a complex guard. And it's basically the same idea of the British 1796 heavy cavalry saber, which is essentially a D guard with a plate over it. And you can have basically the same thing, but have the plate removable and have it like the idea of like bolting a plate to it is like anyone can do that. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to be a blacksmith to take a piece of steel and drill two hole like usually one hole, just one big hole for the langets and all that pieces. So you have this. I will take that. I will leave you that stuff that I think is worthless. I will take your stuff. And I'll come over here. Alright. Anywho. Very cool design. Very interesting design. I don't know of anyone else who really thought of that. Of having it like, because the reason you'd want that simple guard is A, it's ambidextrous. Like anyone left, right-handed, you use it basically the same, right? Like it's fine. B, it's not wide, so it's not it's easy for putting a ton of them in like a box and shipping them out to wherever, right? And also wearing on your side, it's comfortable because it doesn't have this big thing sort of there in the way, causing problems. Okay, I'll deal with you first. Did you lose a leg? No, you haven't. I'll take his sword. You're not getting back up. You're not getting back up. Kicking, you know, figuratively, not literally. He's human. I'll just let him like die. Like it's fine. We don't need more humans. Okay. Beat. I'm using beat. Anywho, hey, you'll just talk to me and trade. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I will take all of your money and that's weird. Out of trading rates. Okay. How close do I need to be? Talk. Out of really? Is it because of combat? Okay, pick you up, take you out. They freak out if you leave animals in their thing for too long. Alright, who? You. Pick up Evie. Trade with, Umbreon? I think Beep had it. Yeah, Beep. Go in there with him literally on your fucking shoulders. Don't tell me I'm not arranged now. Fuck. Peace. Alright. Fuck. Okay. And I'm not gonna fuck around too much with like, oh, I can't fit this loot in here because reasons. Don't tell me that. Take it. There we go. That's not really making any sense. I'm not gonna mess around trying to like optimize, you know, loot whatever when I have to pick up this animal to do trading. Alright. So this is the Traders Guild. I think we're not getting along with those people, right? Hello? Yeah, so hostile. Try this. Yeah. Why don't you come out here and notice? Okay. So this is a noble house. We're gonna break the door down, kill everybody. And these are all like residents, general stores, nothing that's like for sale. Right. Oh wait, no, there's a machinist shop. Okay, apparently. Is that new? I don't remember there being a machinist shop out here. I remember it all being like useless. Hmm. Has that always been there? He have a sword. That looks like a sword. He does. I love that Kenshi has loot visible on them, you know? Like, other games do that too, but like, 10 years ago, that was not a thing. And I'm so happy that that's a thing. Can I just come talk to you? No, I cannot. I can fucking murder your ass. Alright, weapons shop. This is Traders Guild. We don't get along with the Traders Guild. What is this? Death. Your death. Damn. Alright. Damn, boy. Alright. What the damn boy he says? I don't really understand that meme. Like, I used to watch meme review, but like, the problem with meme review is you get so many memes based on memes based on memes, and it becomes sort of like this big old in joke. And if you haven't like kept up on like every meme ever, it becomes increasingly difficult to like look at it and be like, oh, I appreciate this, right? Because it's such an in joke that it's kind of annoying. Alright, Sephiroth. Da 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 da. Alright, you're up. Sephiroth. Wham! This guy's so fucking slow. Alright, we're gonna fight you outdoors because fuck this indoor shit. What? The guy attacked so fucking slow. Oh. Hey, he got one hit in and it instantly took the guy down. Listen here, shopkeeper. Have mercy. Are you unarmed? He's unarmed. Oh, I feel like such a dick. But that's okay. You soon will be no armed. One good, well, probably two good hits of that sword on your limb. Okay, maybe three. To disarm. Oh, no, I bet your arms have less protection than your chest. Damn. Boy. Alright, well, taking that, and oh, that's expensive. Alrighty, trade. Dump, 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 dump. Nothing good. I think we beat those guys up. Police. Moshi Moshi, police? I would like to report, assault on you right now. Get fucked. Oh wait, nobody's in here. That's disappointing. Disappointed. Ah. There's something I would love to throw in this video right now. An audio clip from Hercules from like the 1970s or whatever the fuck it was. Where it's just like Hercules was screaming, disappointed! Like, it's like, it feels like someone with absolutely no context at all is just said, scream disappointed. And it's like, okay, sure, why the hell not? And that makes no fucking sense. So like, especially out of context, because it is clearly out of, like, there is no context where you just be like, wait a minute, this isn't Asgard or wherever, or Asgard? Was it Asgard? No. Anywho. Hercules, right? It wouldn't be Asgard, it would be Olympus. Okay. So, like, what context would you just scream at the top of your lungs disappointed? Other than quoting the meme. But before he said it, it wasn't a meme. So, like, the only possible context here is it's bad fucking acting. And it's great. I love it. Well, I say acting. It wasn't bad acting. It was bad. Well, it might have been bad acting too, but it was definitely bad writing. Alrighty, so in orange we have a lady. Looks pretty fucking buff for a lady. Like, you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Insert, what's his name? John Cena. So this is the one hand, the one arm swing. Alright, so that's some sort of hacker. Alright. Achilles. Not Achilles, probably. So, the long cleaver can be used one-handed. Got it. Alright. So, we want all of your shit. Thank you very much. Much more. That's... Okay. Is that a masterwork grade? It is. Okay. He already has one. Still. Let's try this Umbreon first. It's better than what we have in here for... Who would use it? An archer. Who's not a robot. But we don't have any of those. So no one. Probably. Probably no one. Maybe someone eventually. Alright. My throat hurts. Maybe a result of talking plus dehydration. Great. Being able to just play something over and pick up the thing, that's a great feature. Tarkov does not have that feature. I wish it had that feature. So much. That is like such a great feature. It's so obvious. Like, obviously, you mean to pick that thing up, right? 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 No. Alright, I gotta put a right click. And a right click again. That's probably good. You know, I'll dump that. I have these. And alright, that stuff will get sold. Nothing in any more space anywhere. Alright. So, not very good for a guard. I think that's one of the heavies. Where are the hood? The hooded ones are the better ones, I think. No, apparently not. Feels like my, is it slow? No, it's not. It's such a high. This feels a bit slower than I'm used to. I'm not sure if that's because I have it set higher on Tarkov, or is it because I'm sick? I don't know, or switching games, or if it's actually different. I suspect it's not actually different. I haven't changed my settings for my mouse, like, ever. Because one of the things that you get, like, messed up with is if you train your body to, like, be used to multiple settings like that, is... There's, like, you have to relearn it, and it hurts your reflexes. And if you keep it the same all the time, your reflexes will be better trained for that. And it's the question of how well can you train that particular, like, game for that reflex. Maybe not explaining very well, but it makes sense in my head, I swear. Put this here, that will not fit. What will fit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. If it's 3, I could. Could I fit? Yeah, I can. So that'll work. Alright. That makes sense in my head. Oh boy. I don't understand why I feel so horrible right now, though. Like, I've gotten sick so many times and not felt this bad in my life. It's kind of weird. Trade with Ninetales. No, trade with Vulpix. Alright. Rug on top of a rug. That always seemed to me like that's gotta be a glitch, right? The dummy got up. Like, since I hit play, got a whole water bottle. Yet I feel dehydrated. I feel like it's like super dehydrated. And I've already drank a whole fucking Gatorade. And I'm still like dizzy. I have that feeling like when you just like ran around too much. You know what I mean? As I'm sitting down, not really moving at all. So, I already know from experience, I'm not gonna get really good loot anywhere other than in here, and maybe in the arms places. Huh. Scouts are back. Hello. I regret to inform you that this city has been conquered. Get fucked. Alright. I say I regret to inform you. I don't actually regret to inform you. That's, you know, polite, right? I mean, sure, we're gonna fucking murder your ass, but we can be polite about it, can't we? There was some guy I was fighting at Tarkov the other day, where like, if you've never played Lighthouse, right? The Lighthouse is full of very, very, very scary guys who are AI, who have really good gear, right? For AI, some of the best AI gear in the game, and some of them have like 50 cal machine guns emplacements, and some of them are on like 40 mil grenade launcher emplacements, and they're in this fortified position. They have mines laid down all over the place, and if you're really fucking good at the game, you can go in there, you can shoot them, you can take their stuff, and get really, really valuable stuff, right? It's great. The problem is, of course, they're really fucking geared, so they will murder you in a heartbeat. And if you kill them, it's like high risk, high reward, right? Um, it's great if you can kill them. So you can go in as a player or a scav. And I went in as a player. And I went as a scav. And the players get in first, scavs get in later, right? And all of the scary boys, the AI scary boys were dead, right? So I go to this one area. There's a player. He's looting a body. I get really close and he starts shooting at me. And I'm like, first off, the game ends in like 9 minutes. What are you doing here? Why haven't you extracted? You've been here for already like I think it's like 45 minutes from start to finish for that like map. So you spawn in, you have 45 minutes to extract, or you lose, right? So you're cutting it very fucking close, right? Second of all, I shoot him a few times, and I can hear him healing, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm a scab. I don't have anything loot-wise. Like, I have shit, garbage, and you should have, like, wiped me out, but you didn't. And you've barely hurt me at all. And I have hurt you pretty badly, as shooting you was, I think, like a Vapor Hunter with his, like, a sniper rifle, 3.66. So, it's approximately, I think it's the same ammo as like an AKM, right? So it's a pretty big bullet. It does a lot of damage. I shot him a couple times with that. I know at one point I went prone and shot underneath a pipe to shoot him in the foot. So I know he's hurt. And I'm just like, hey, you have 9 minutes to extract. The extract for you is really fucking far. You can't afford to fight me or you're not going to extract. I don't want to fight you. You have good gear. Why don't you just leave, right? And I will loot what you left because there's a ton of fucking geared guys and they're all dead. And you've been here for so long. You're full of stuff that I don't like. Sure, I want it, but you know what? There's all this other stuff you didn't grab because you can't grab it all because there's a ton of shit, right? So that sounds like a good deal for him. And it's a good deal for me because I don't risk dying and I can just loot what he left, right? And he just refused. Not only refused to do it, refused to talk to me. He literally never said a word. And kept fighting. And for like several minutes, because I know my escape is really close, and his escape is not really close. Meaning, like, he has to take a risk and rush me, and I know he has to take a risk and rush me, and I can use that, right? And he just didn't do it for so long, and to the point where it's obviously he was not going to extract. Also, I blacked the limbs, so he's got to fix the limbs before he can even run, right? And he is not walking out of there, and he is not running out of there at this point. And then eventually I'm like, okay, it's getting to the point where I'm going to die if I don't rust him, and I rust him, and I ended up dying. Well, I rust him, but I have like a single shot rifle, right? So I have to fire, and then it's not semi-auto, so you gotta pull the bolt back to chamber a new round, eject the old round, and then pull the bolt forward and lock it in place, and then fire. So that takes like a second. Well, I mean, in reality, if you're good at it, you can empty out a magazine of that thing in about 1.5 seconds or something like that. Like, you can fire it as fast as a semi-auto. Like, if you know how, right? And it's not that hard to do, right? It's not like highly skilled, whatever. It's just, you need to, like, you do need practice, but it's not like crazy difficulty. Alright, I still need to finish with the noble house and this place and the weapon shop. Okay. Did I check everything? I know I checked some of the stuff. I didn't find a whole lot. There's some books. Sake. Old map. Here. Don't care about a wanted poster. Like, half the people. I already checked all. I did not check the barrels. Alright, and then there's 2 barrels up here. 3. Apparently. Alright, and then lots of wanted posters. Alright. So they put stuff in there if they capture somebody and like take their shit. So sometimes you will find a lot of stuff in there, but it's not like all the time. Alright. I feel horrible. How long has this gone on? We're at 1 hour and 9 minutes. I can't just end an episode because I feel like shit before I finish looting this place. Like, and then start the new episode is continuing to loot the place. I just feel wrong. Anywho. So the guy, he's like, I don't know why he did not take that deal. Like, I'm continually shooting him. I shot him like 10 times, and he just had the really good gear of the people he killed, right? And I could not get a good headshot because he has fully auto weapons. So I need to like do like super quick scope and fire back to cover stuff, right? I cannot, I'm going to leave those. They're only worth 80 because it's stolen, not 180. Half value. So half value, it's like, fuck the cups. It's not like bread, which I'm going to eat, right? It's not that good. All right. So, TLDR, he did not take the deal. He eventually was able to spray me with an AK. I definitely blacked at least one of his legs. I definitely blacked at least one of his arms, which is part of why he was struggling to hit me enough to do damage. I had meds. I literally never used them because until he actually killed me, I think he only hit me like once. He was spraying and missing a lot. Probably because my first shot, I think I blacked a limb. And my second shot, I blacked a leg. So, he's only spraying in full auto, right? Because I guess panicking, right? Because oh boy, this guy has a gun that can actually fuck me up. And then I hit him in the chest and head a couple times, but he had like a U-lock, which is like a level 4 helmet, and unless you're using APM, which I wasn't, you cannot pierce that U-lock. So all of the shots either deflected off the U-lock or the armor stopped it. So you can also just deflect things, which then barely takes any damage. So it's basically like, imagine you're shooting, okay. So if you're shooting a curved surface, it is significantly harder to penetrate it than if you're shooting a flat surface. So that's like just physics, right? And if you look at it like if you think about the thickness as like from as a straight line, right? From like through it, like if there was like a right angle going through it, right? But if you're shooting at it from an angle, it's different. There is like you're not shooting at it the same way. You're shooting at it like the distance from the angle is greater or lesser. What is wrong with you? Like depending on the angle. So if it's like 10 mil thick, right, of steel, and you're shooting it at like a 45-degree angle, it's more like 13 or something like that, because it has to go through more steel at that angle than like it's not taking the shortest path from point A to point B. Furthermore, deflecting is when it hits it and it sort of like bounces off, right? And if the higher the angle, the more likely that is. And eventually, at some point, you're hitting it at an angle where it's like, it's not hit. It's like barely touching it with the side of the bullet as it goes by, and so, and if you're shooting at a curved surface, that can easily happen. So, like a helmet, if it hits like the edge of the helmet, right? Because if you think about it, if you're looking at the outline of the helmet, if you shoot at, let's say, you're shooting at a curved surface, if you hit like the top of the helmet, right, and it's looking straight at it, that's going to be curved quite significantly to curve the bullet upwards or upwards in the left or right, depending on where on the top of the helmet you hit, right? If you hit, it's very hard to hit at a flat surface on a helmet, and that increases the chance of deflection significantly, like really significantly. Which is why people wear helmets, even though modern ammo can defeat, pretty much like modern ammo, modern guns can defeat pretty much every helmet, right? Like you could wear the best helmet in the world, but if that guy like with like, let's see, can the best 7.62 armor piercing rounds pierce the best helmet? Maybe. Probably. Almost certainly, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm not like a gun expert. And I think the best 5.56 cannot quite do it, which was one of for like the best helmets in the world, but it can pierce like 90 something percent of helmets. And I think that was probably one of the reasons they wanted a stronger bullet to go up to like, what is it, 6.8? Like 6.8 millimeter. Which is like very similar 5.56, but it's got a lot more energy in the bullet, which allowed it to pierce a lot more armor. Um, yeah, and I think, oh, food, yes, that's what I need. I think I'm good here. Oh boy. And then meds. I have some 5.6 stuff I could move. I guess I need to shift when I do this. Anywho, point is, point is, I did hit his head a few times. At least one, I'm 100% sure I hit his head, and like one or two, I think I aimed for the head, but it was like I'm not 100% positive. But there was one time when he wasn't moving, and I definitely 100% hit his head. There's no way I missed that headshot. But I think I hit the top of the helmet and it deflected. That is my thought process. Is that deflection cost me the kill, which is the point of helmets. Even though they can't stop, the best of the best rounds, is you don't have to stop the best of the best rounds 100% of the time. You can stop it some of the time with the deflection, and that is still extremely valuable, right? To maybe save my life versus definitely save my life. I mean, I prefer definitely, obviously. Like, who wouldn't, right? Definitely is definitely better than maybe saving my life, right? But if it could maybe save my life, well, it's still better than, like, I got shot at the top of my head and the bullet went through my skull, right? So even though point blank range, it won't stop a bullet if it's on a flat surface, right? Because the curved surface, and you're moving your head around theoretically during a firefight a lot, it's okay. And we're at an hour and 18 minutes. Anyway, long story short, I ended up dying because he was just patiently sitting there and I had to push him. And well, I think part of why I was patiently sitting there was because I shot his legs. So he had to fix his legs in order to get out of there. And then at one point when he was medding, I just peeked him and shot him in the head. So he stopped trying to med and was like, okay, you can hear me medding. You know when I'm medding. So peek out and shoot me when I'm doing that. So I'm just not going to do that. And I ended up losing the stand up because I had to rush him because I was running out of time. And he definitely ran out of time. He fucking died. Like, there is zero chance he was able to heal and get out of there because his extract was farther away. I was at a building right next to a scav extract where it was like literally I walked down the stairs and I'm less than 100 feet or maybe 50 meters from the extract. His extract, he had assuming he had the closest extract was the northern car one, but then you have to pay money to the car and wait for the car. And so he'd probably be like, so there's also the northern extract up by the road, which is still like, assuming like you take the fastest route, forget cover, you run down the road, you make a right, you run down that road. He did not have enough time. He had like maybe 5 minutes left, and he had a black leg. Like, on top of a roof was probably a stupid amount of loot. Like, there is absolutely no way, even if he had stims, to allow him to run that. So, and even if nobody shot at him, there were no scabs or no other, AI scary. I don't know if all of them were dead or not. So he definitely died because he chose to fight me. So it's like, that sucks for him. That sucks for me. Why did you do that? I don't know. But I think I'll end the episode here. I feel like shit. I still have to loot a few places. I still gotta loot the weapon shop. I still gotta loot the noble house. And then I'll just loot those two and I'll be out. But I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna save and turn off the game. I'm not feeling good. And I gotta pee because I just drinking as much as I can to try to rehydrate myself because I'm definitely dehydrated. Uh, and yet drinking more doesn't seem to make me feel that much better. Did it? The Gatorade helped, but it only helped so much, and then I still feel bad. So I'm gonna call it. Hopefully I'll get better soon. Hopefully I'll be uploading more episodes soon. But until then, see ya. Have a nice day. Don't get sick. Bye.